you're just like, can't take it anymore. You're like, I'm
Oh, I
done.
really can't. I was not expecting all these feels. I love it. This was all positive, but Mama, you're just like, you pulled a lot out of me. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm well, besides my allergies, I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung and my allergies are killing me, and it's like, oof, my God. My eyes are watering, my nose congested. I'm having one of those moments, but gotta get through it. Gotta get through it, girl.
Be a pro, right? The show must go on.
Show must go on, yes.
Hi.
So is it Eva Lasting or Eva Lasting?
Eva.
Eva. Okay. Well,
The Eva.
I figured it
Oh,
was everlasting because I get it. I get it. But I always like to ask because you never
for
know.
sure.
I always like to ask. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. You're my first kind of like out of the US queen. So fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going into
I
Canada.
love it.
Exciting. So exciting. Hi,
International.
yeah, exactly. Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. We're going international. Loving this. So we're going to see what kind of information comes through. Have you seen some of my other Reading the Queens? Have you peeked and watched a little bit? Okay. So
I
you
have, yeah.
yes, you have an idea on how it kind of goes, right? So I'll connect. I'll pull some information through. We'll see what kind of beautiful messages we have to present to you. And then usually kind of starts off, well, you have a cocktail. I love that. Kind of starts starts off remedial and then it kind of moves forward gradually. So we'll just kind of see where it takes us. It's an evolution. I always tell people that every reading is like a snowflake, snowflake, snowflake.
Blame it on the allergies.
Oh my God. I should have taken, maybe I should take a Benadryl. Maybe I'll speak better. Um, so yeah, like a snowflake. They're unique. So I tell everyone to not judge off of previous readings or anything like that. Information will come through based on what you need to hear and what you need to know. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm like the good kind of nervous. Like I'm just like I'm excited about what's gonna come up, but I mean it's unknown, right? So that's that sort of like
It's unknown.
excited, nervous energy.
Yeah, it's all unknown. It's all exciting. And then, if you have a question that maybe you want to ask at the end, I'll leave a little bit of time there. And then we'll pull some cards for people and we'll give some messages along the way as well for anyone that's watching that might be interested. Hi, Melissa. Thanks
Okay.
for joining. So I'm going to ask you if you allow me to connect with you. Yes?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. You have to like get in the zone, right, girl? Got to get in
Yep.
the zone. All right. So let me just see what we first start off with. And if I don't look at you, if you've watched, I always tend to look off to the side. It's just the way I connect. So the first thing that I want to first make a mention of, for some reason, I am being drawn to, and I know that your drag name starts with an E, but I feel like the letter E is repetitive throughout your family and multiple different family members. Would you understand that?
Yep.
Okay, so I think it's a very common letter, and for some reason, I don't know if it's done intentionally, but they're telling me that E does repeat a lot throughout different family members in the grouping. I think it runs more along one side of the family as well. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I also want to bring a mention too that they're letting me know that your name, your legal name, okay, is, so they're telling me it's being derived from someone, that you were named after somebody. So would you understand that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. They're recognizing that, and there's acknowledgement coming through for that as well. So it's like an honor and a pride that you are named after this individual. All right. I'm being drawn to a grandfather. Would that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's been a lot of change I'm hearing as well in your life that has recently happened. I feel like within the last 2 years, change has been very evolutionary for you. So you have been going through a lot of change in your life, just in general, and the changes have been kind of milestones and also big changes that would be more dramatic as well. So can you understand that it has been over the last 2 years, like big changes that were like going on?
Yep.
Okay. One change I feel that's really big for you is an end of a cycle or an end of a journey that was part of your life and that I felt like you were very connected to as well. But it leads to the start of a new life and a new journey. And I have to say it has to do with like a career path or the way that your life is going on. So would you understand that?
Yep.
Okay. I also feel like there was some nervousness or some hesitation at some point in time with this other like huge change in your life. And I have to say that I feel like it's going to have to do with you like leaving a nest or like really making a huge jump or a huge leap is kind of what I'm feeling. And I felt like there was some hesitation, some nerves in this, but you knew that the adventure was really going to guide you into a better direction where you were going to be heading for your life in general. All right. The location that you live in, when I feel into this location, I want to say their child, like I feel like you live in a brown establishment. Is the house brown that you live in?
Yeah.
Okay. They're showing me brown. Would you understand? They're showing me a lot of woodwork too. Would you understand? Is there like a lot of woodwork within your home? I'm getting like a cherry color wood or like a medium kind of wood color throughout your home. So I feel like there's a lot of wood molding, or there would be a lot of accent of wood in your home. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've really made the house your home though, and it really is an environment that you feel very comfortable in. Um, Energy feels really good as well for you. So I feel like, it's somewhere where you do feel that you can come home, get relaxed, and really just feel like you're in a Zen place. You know what I mean? So you do feel like it is comforting. They're showing me that there is like an outdoor area as well. So I don't know if you have like a deck or you have an outdoor area. I feel like there is a way to get to the outdoor, and I feel like they're doing this. So I feel like there are doors that opened. Can you understand that? I'm being drawn to like a seating area, and then there's like doors that open up. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Um, I feel there's a lot of gratitude with you. So I'm being told that you are someone that's very grateful for everything that you've been given and all of the blessings in your life, that you are definitely a very, very thankful individual, and that you give back by gratitude as well. All right. I do feel a lot of Zen with you and a very peaceful nature as well. So I do feel like you're all about being centered and being balanced. So does that make sense with you? Like I feel like you practice or you work on being very, very in tune with yourself in general. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I get a strong leadership vibe from you too, or advocacy. So I don't know if you're like a huge advocate as well, but I do feel like you do things or you stand up for things where you feel very strongly or convicted on. And I feel like you're an advocate for other people or an advocate for certain things that you feel need to be spoken about, rights, and for people in general. Does that also make sense? Because I do get that from your aura.
Definitely.
There's a creative side with you, as we know you do drag, so I understand the creative side comes out. So there's definitely a creativity there. Um, I get movement with body, so I don't know if it has to do something with dance or with gymnast or something like that, but I do get movement with your body. So I feel like movement is a very key feature for you as well. And I do feel like you enjoy moving your body. And I think that really helps with a lot of your alignment, is what I'm getting, and with your staying balanced with your chakras, because you are moving your sacral chakra. And when you do that, it does help you with your alignment. So I do feel like there's a strong connection there with movement. I feel like your drag is also evolving. So as every year goes by, they're telling me your drag is getting more and more evolved. So when you look back at when you first started to where you are now, you can see the transformation and the evolution of where you have been going and where it has been. They're giving me like a 5 to 6 year time frame. Have you been doing drag roughly 5 or 6 years? Because you're telling me around 5 or 6 years. Okay.
Yeah.
There's something about you that wanting to help people who are less fortunate, I keep getting, or working with people who are less fortunate. And this is really where your passion really lies, and you enjoy making a difference in people's lives. So I do feel like on a daily basis, you are impacting individuals or helping people in general. Does that make sense to you? For some reason, they're taking me to like a coast. So I feel like to a coast of water or something with a coast. So can you understand that? Because you're showing me the coastline, and I feel like that's important to mention. All right. And I do feel like mother is very, very supportive. So when I tune into your energy with mom, I do feel like you and mom are very, very connected. That you and mom definitely feel like are almost like one, like a unit. All right. I do feel like her energy is drawn to you. Um, huge supporter, big fan of who you are, okay? And I do feel that she enjoys what you do as well. So she is like your number one fan. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like she would do anything, like, you know what I mean? So she would go cross country to help you. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's just always there to help you and be there for you.
Yeah.
I do when I turn into like mom's energy a little bit, I know she's watching, I do feel like her life was not always easy though. So I am hearing that she did not have always a very, very easy life. And I get kind of like a workaholic environment with her. So she's very work, 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 work. Could you understand that? So growing up, I feel like she did work tremendously and put in a lot of hours to really be able to provide for family. Does that make sense? But I feel like she's at a calm now. So like I want to say that she's really like kind of at a calm, peaceful time now. I'm getting for some reason like she went from work, 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 work to now it's like slowed down. She has too much time on her hands. So she's like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. She's like, I was so busy, 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 and I'm used to being busy, and now it's like I have all this time on my hands. What's going on? What am I going to do with myself? So tell me something about her also. I don't know if she just really loves nature or plants or flowers, but there's such a huge attraction for flowers with her. I don't know if she just enjoys having flowers around her or enjoys flowers in the house, but there's something with flowers that I feel that she's very drawn to and connected with, and I feel like it brings happiness. But there's something about flowers that they're making a mention of that I feel like would be significant, and she would understand what that means as well. So I do feel that. So you're one of two. Does that make sense? Did you hear my last thing? I said you're one of two. Would you understand that?
Yep.
Okay. I do feel like you're the baby though, so like you are like the younger one. So I do feel like that's why mom is drawn to you a lot more too. So you know what? You like the little one, so the baby of the family. I get like a kindred spirit between you and you have a sister. I'm being drawn to girls, so I want to say sister. Does that make sense? So I do feel
Mm-hmm.
like there's a kindred spirit there, though. I feel like you are very, very similar. You kind of share a lot. You have like a lot in common, is what I'm getting. Almost like the vibe is very, very similar. Does that make sense
Mm-hmm.
to you?
Yeah.
I also feel like she's a very strong advocate for rights and for people and for situations, and she stands up a lot for a lot of this. So I get a really strong advocacy vibe from her as well. So you two are very much about this, okay? It's coming through very strongly. There's a gratitude coming through for that from the other side, appreciating what you both do in that kind of facet. There's something about, I get that she's handy. Would you understand that? She's very, very handy. I'm getting because you're showing me with hands. So I feel like she's a handsy or a handy individual. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like she enjoys doing things or um she's like a like almost like I want to say like DIY kind of person. Like she enjoys fixing things and doing things. She's very about art and stuff like that. So I feel like she hits all types of if you're looking down like a box, so like, you know, if it comes to like being hands-on with like home and fixing things or art, I get like art with her or pictures, you know, there. I get music also. So I feel like she hits a lot of the art categories. So I feel like very artsy she is. Does that make sense to you?
Definitely.
I am being drawn to an E for her name as well. Does that make sense? That she would be an E as well? I do feel both of you, I feel like single. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
I get that for both of you. Does that also make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I get struggles for both of you when it comes to trying to find partnership. And I feel like it's like, you know, it's like you're both so giving and you're always doing the right thing. And I just think people don't see that, you know what I'm saying? Or they just look one way and not the other, and it makes it very hard. I do feel distance between the two of you as well. So I do feel like you might live on polar opposites of the area. Does that also make sense?
Yep.
It's funny because they're even showing me that you even have like the same animal almost. So like your pets are the same. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah.
And I feel like your pets might have known each other or might have seen each other at one point. Does that also make sense? I feel like there's like a little bit of a like the pets feel like a little bit of a disconnection, or they feel like you won't notice it, but I can feel that they have like a little bit of an anxiety because they were separated almost. So I feel like there's like a separation anxiety almost happening because I do feel like they were connected when they were together. Before I go any further with anything else, because I do feel like there is somebody that's coming through, I want to just ask you, do you want to just validate some of the information for the people watching, just to kind of make sure we're on the right track and how things are going so far? Because I know you're being very stoic right now.
Yeah, I was trying not to, interrupt the process. I
I
was just
appreciate it.
absorbing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I know it's a lot to take in. I want to just kind of get a little validation now with where we're at and how things are moving forward before I continue and give you some more information.
Sure. Holy cuckoo bananas. Yeah. So yeah, starting from the beginning, I was named after my grandfather,
Okay.
uh, Ernest. So definitely a
Wow.
lot of E's as well.
Wow.
So my sister Emily was
Wow.
also named after our great grandmother.
Oh my
So the
God.
E's are running in for sure. I live in the basement of a house with like a walkout patio with French doors that open out to a nice
Wow.
green sort of seating area. The outside of the house is brown with wood slats all through it.
Wow.
Um, you said about my work and giving.
Yeah.
Um, I work in like social services. I work for a company called Coast Mental Health.
Oh
You
my God.
said on the coast.
That's why they were showing me the coastline of like a beach, and I'm like, the coast. Okay.
I'm also in Vancouver, near lots of beaches, so that's
Okay.
part of it in
Okay.
BC.
Yeah.
That's also why you said me and my sister, like on opposite ends. She's in the East Coast. I'm on the West.
So you're on opposite ends.
Um, yeah. Mom struggles for sure. Mom, she worked a lot, but you said workaholic. She worked because it was a necessity. Like she worked to level up, and she, worked her tail off to give me and my sister a great life. And now you're saying that now she's like calm and like maybe doesn't know what to do with her time.
Yep.
She literally just retired in the last week.
Oh my
So I
God.
hope she hasn't
Wow.
already like gone to the whole like I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, but like, and then so you're saying she would like cross the country for me or anything? Like she drove with me when I moved here cross country.
Wow.
Um, she she's gonna come and visit soon too,
Amazing.
crossing the country. Um, what else? Oh my goodness. You were saying about my sister and our cats. We both have cats, and before I moved out here, we lived together for a year. Um,
That's why the cats got along. Oh
yeah.
my God.
And it's so funny because like my cat was younger and my sister's cat is older. And he's a blind little kitty. So my sister's cat didn't always like love that my cat tried to play and like wanted to be friends all the time.
Yeah.
But they definitely, I'm sure, had a bond, and I'm sure my sister's cat still was like attached to having another cat around.
Hmm.
Um, Emily, do you agree?
That's amazing.
Does did the automist?
I want to say that as you're talking about her cat, my eye is really bothering me, and I'm getting something with eyes with this. Can you
Yeah.
understand that? Because I feel like there's something with an eye with the cat that she has because my eye's bothering me. Can you understand that?
Yeah, he had both of his eyes removed. His eyeballs.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He's
Wow.
actually really cute. He looks like kind of like an owl.
Oh my God, how cute. Oh, poor thing.
Yeah,
But they adjust so well. They adjust very well.
he's a trooper.
That's amazing. And you're both advocates, correct? Because I do get a really strong advocacy vibe from both of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The flowers and the homes. I'm getting something with your mother with flower and homes, or homes with flowers, or something about presenting flowers and homes, but there's still like a really strong significance here that I keep hearing in my head. So I don't know how there's a connection there, but I do think that it's relevant to your mother. So if you have any,
Okay.
how that would like play into it.
There's probably a few things. Like my family, we like me and my mom, my sister, especially, like we all love like gardening. We all love like flowers and gardening. I would say that it was recently just my mom's birthday,
Okay.
and um, was it birthday or Mother's Day? I probably sent her flowers for whatever, birthday, Mother's Day, all around the same time. And like one of her closest friends, who I think is also watching, Brad, I think you're here. He gave me my first job at a flower studio
Oh,
when I was 16, and I just bought her like a big bouquet. I think it was Mother's Day. So yeah, a big sort of ostentatious, fun, like
love that.
floral arrangement I sent for her in her home.
I love that. There's the connection then. Okay. The
Yeah,
connection with the flowers. If one of her very good friends is a florist, there would be the connection with that. Because I'm seeing something with a love for flowers and a love for homes. So I just feel like those two things really play into her tremendously. Okay. So I think it's really important. All right. Let me see if I can pick up now with where else we're at. So I do want to say that there's a lot of female energy around your mother. So I do want to say that when I feel into it, I feel ants. So I do want to say your mother is like one of three, I feel. Would you understand that?
yeah,
Okay. I do want to say that one of them also has an E in her name. Does that make sense?
yeah.
I do feel all three are married. Okay. I feel all three have children as well. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
I feel mom is like remarried though. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she has happiness here though. I do feel happiness with this individual. All right. I'm getting an initial C for this man. Would you understand a C for him?
Yeah.
I feel like he goes with the flow and kind of just lets her do what she wants to do. Like he's just very easygoing. He has a very, very good vibe about him. Does that make sense? Would you understand that?
In a way, yes.
Okay. They're telling me that there's like a nickname for her. He has like a nickname for her. Or he calls her something. I'm getting like three letters. I'm getting like three letters here, which is really, I'm just trying to figure out what these letters are, so just give me a minute here. I don't know if it's like DCP, or DSP, DCSP. It's something like that, right? DSP.
DSP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm hearing these letters over and over in my head, and it's like a nickname for her that he calls her. And it's like an inside kind of joke, I feel, or something, where like he would call her this. All right. It's actually quite funny. Um, I feel mom and sisters are very, very close. So I do feel like there's a really close relationship there. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this because I feel like there is some type of, oh, I just dropped the light bulb. I feel like there is some kind of connection because I'm touching my ring here. And I feel like there's some type of connection with like a ring because they're showing me a ring. And I feel like a ring is very, very significant between the three of them. So I'm just trying to feel this because I keep wanting to touch the ring. And I want to see someone is showing me and telling me about this ring. So there is a woman that's coming forward. I feel like this woman in her later in life would have presented herself as very thin, a little bit on the frail side. Okay. But I do feel a very, very spunky energy about her. So I do feel like she was a spunky woman. All right. She's telling me till the end she would drink like wine. Like she liked her wine. You know what I mean? So she's saying, I like my wine. She's coming across like funny. So like she appeared to be funny, or she was a funny woman. So she said people thought I was funny. You know, people liked it. I do get a supportive energy around her as well. So I do feel like she was very supportive of family and of people. I get kind of like a matriarch vibe to a certain degree from her as well. Okay. So she's bringing me. So I really want to say that I feel like this is a recent situation because I feel like it's only been like maybe not even 2 years that this woman has passed. Would you understand that? And she is bringing me to the month of October. All right, because my birthday is on October. So she's showing me my birthday month. I feel like October is significant for her. Okay. She's saying she lived a very good life though, and that she had the opportunity to see a lot and to accomplish a lot. And she's very happy for everything that she was able to see. I'm getting like 90s. Does that make sense to you? And she's telling me that she had one more. She's saying, it's funny. She goes, I had one more great-grandchild than I had grandchildren. I had one more great-grandchild than grandchildren. So do you know if there is more great-grandchildren than grandchildren?
Mm, I don't know.
Because she's
You
telling me
mean,
there's more great-grandchildren than grandchildren. I don't know why she's saying that. She's also telling me that her birthday would be coming up. Would you understand that? That her birthday would be coming up? I feel, oh, your mother said yes.
oh, it's delayed for me, yeah. When
Okay.
was her birthday, Mom? I totally don't remember.
No, but I think she's
Oh,
saying,
yeah, it was. Yeah,
but
it
I
is
think she's
coming up.
saying yes to the grandchildren, to the great-grandchildren,
Okay.
I think. If she can clarify that. Because I'm getting that there's one more great-grandchild than grandchild.
I'm so bad at that stuff.
Well, thank God mom is
Good
well.
thing my mom's here,
Yeah, because
right?
no, because I do feel like she's connected to your mother. So I want to say it's mom's mom. Would you understand that? Okay. And I feel like they all look alike. Like I feel like all the sisters look alike, and I feel like they kind of look like mom. I feel like they can all be like almost sisters at one point. Would you understand that? There's like a resemblance that goes down with all of them. But she keeps bringing me to this ring. I don't know what's going on with this ring, but there's a significance with the ring that I feel was passed down, or there's a ring that's being shared. Um, so I just want you to understand that because I think there's something with the ring that's very important. And maybe mom can chime in about the ring as well, because I do feel like there's some type of significance with the ring with the sisters. Oh, okay, it was reversed. Thank you. Okay.
Wait. Oh, okay.
7 grandchildren, 6 great grandchildren. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
fam.
Okay. It's hard sometimes when they translate it, but I was close. Um, but the ring again, I just want to make sure there's something with this ring. So I feel like your mom does something with this ring with the sisters. I don't know if they do an anniversary thing or something to celebrate something, but there is something with this ring. Oh, and she forgot about Denise and Greg's kids. Oh, so maybe there are more great grandchildren? I love this. This is fun now. This is turning into a game. I love it.
Who's gonna
Let's count the children. I love it. She's
family
laughing on
tree time?
she's laughing on the other side. Let me tell you, she thinks this is hilarious because I feel like she would laugh at this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's 9
Oh
great
yeah.
children. Yes, I was right. I knew it. Grandma, thank you. I know. I'm telling you, they don't lie. They do not lie.
Oh, Denise and Greg's kids. Okay.
All right,
Ah.
there we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I do feel like there was a really good connection with you with your grandmother. I do feel like you and your like your sister and your cousins all really shared a great bond with her. I feel like towards the end, your mother did partake in a little bit more with her. Would you understand that? So I do feel like I don't know if she lived with your mother, but your mother did care for her. I do getting like a caringness. So I do feel like towards the end, your mother got to spend a lot more time with her and got to be with her a lot. She's also telling me that um, she's very grateful for the way that she passed. She's saying she passed in peace. Okay. So, and she's saying not many people get this luxury that I was able to be granted. And she is very, very much at peace with the way that she passed. So when they tell me that, that normally means that they probably passed in their home, comfortable place, in a peaceful measure. All right. So I would have to assume that she either, she passed at her house or she passed while she was sleeping. All right. Does that make sense to you? Nothing but love coming from the other side. She is just so loving for everything. She's so the person that you've become and how you've developed is amazing. And I do feel like what she's going to be doing is she's definitely going to be working with you on the other side to just continue to help you move forward with your goals and your aspirations and your career. And she's always encouraging you to keep being who you are and not to let things die down, to just continue to do what you need to do to get to where you need to be. Because she's someone that she's saying I would never stifle anyone from doing what they feel like they need to do. She was just very, very supportive and very open about it. Okay, so her thing is just live to your best life. Just keep living and doing what you need to do. She's around you, and to talk to her, continue to talk to her if you feel like there's issues that need to be resolved. She's here to work with you and to help you as well. Okay, very important for you to understand and know that. All right. And on that note, I'm going to let her go, and I'm going to leave you with that. I always say 20 to 25 minutes, and it's always 35 minutes. So from now on, I'm saying 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
Oh,
So I am really hoping that that resonated with you. I want to say this is your mom's mom, so I feel like this would be your grandmother, right?
yeah.
So she's showing me my grandmother as well. So I'm just going to say that they probably share a commonality in their name. I had a grandma Ann. So my grandma Ann passed at 90, like 99. So I'm assuming that you can understand that because there's a commonality there. And she's showing me that. Okay. Does that all make sense? If you want to validate some of that as we
Yeah, her name was Anne. Mom, what was she? 90, 89? Why can't I do
math.
family details? Ah, I'm just hot and bothered right now. Whew. Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Very close to my grandma.
Yeah.
Um, I would say she was very supportive of me. She was 93. Why am I so bad at this stuff? I was so close to her.
You're supposed to
Why
know
am
about your family.
I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Okay, it just
Then
doesn't
you
hold
hunt
this
for
stuff.
mom and
Okay.
sister.
Yeah, right? Keep me honest.
I love it.
But I feel like she was so supportive of me. I think Emily, like you too. But she had a way about her of doing it. I feel like me and my sister Emily like understood her version of it, and not
Mhm.
everyone did. So that's why to me, like it resonates.
Yeah.
Um, I know like we just had this wonderful connection. I know she loved me, but sometimes she wasn't very traditional
Yep.
about like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
maybe seeming like she was being supportive or loving, but it was just her way.
Yeah. Older, when they're older, they grow up a certain way and they're molded a certain way. And I get it. My grandma was like that as well. So, but it's
Yeah.
a way of showing it. You know what I mean? But can you she did pass in her sleep in her home. Would you understand that?
It was not in home. It was in a hospital. But I believe it was pretty peaceful.
Okay. Tell me peaceful.
Mom, would you agree? Um, I think like pretty much everybody got to say goodbye. I think there was a story about how um, like I think it was my mom, my Aunt Evelyn. I think they just like went outside. Um, and it was like she was waiting.
Yeah.
She was waiting for them to go, for her to pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like she went in her sleep. She went like very relaxed. Yes, very peaceful. Oh, thank you so much for acknowledging that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That's
She's
beautiful.
surrounded by family. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I do feel like she enjoyed being around family. She tell me she was always at parties, and there was always like a lot of family gatherings with you and your family. So I do feel like there is a lot of that goes on and that does occur. As the family gets larger and as people get older, though, I do feel that separation is starting to happen because people are starting to do their own thing, and that is
Yeah.
always difficult to deal with. Oh my
Yeah.
God, and they take turns wearing the ring. I knew there
Yeah.
was something with the ring. I've been playing with this ring the entire time because she's like, no, the ring, the ring, the ring. So I just feel it was important. Thank you so much. That's just why I love when the moms join because they always know so much more usually. Do you know what I mean? So it helps so much. So I appreciate that. Thank you for validating this. I hope that this was an eye-opening, beautiful, healing experience for you with messages of guidance. Do you have a question for me before I start pulling cards for people that you may want me to give you a predictive time measurement on? Where like maybe you're looking to do something and you're like, can you give me a time frame or something? I can help you. I know you're like hot and bothered over there. Girl, you need like
Yeah, I am in a good way, in a very good way. Usually I'm sweating from twirling and jumping in the splits, but
yeah.
this was a lot. Thank you. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm happy to
Right.
discover as it comes.
Yeah. I think you're in a good position.
Um,
I think you're evolving. So I'll just leave you this. I think you're evolving. I think you're growing. I think you're finding a groove. And I think what you're doing is you're continuing to change and find what works best for you and how you want to move forward with your normal career and then also with your fun time, being everlasting. You know what I mean? Which I think is a great name. And I just feel like it's a balance for you. And you're trying to find out a really good balance as well to make everything work. And I think you're on a good trajectory. You have grandma that's going to be helping you from the other side, and you have a lot of support and love from family. So I just say continue on the trajectory and continue to move forward in the most amazing way. I will be pulling cards for people. So if anyone wants to continue to hang around and would like a card, definitely do so. If you're not following this beautiful queen, Eva Lasting, please, please follow her. She's beautiful and she's amazing and so fun to watch. So I always appreciate that. And my information, please, I always appreciate the support. I have a link in bio, YouTube, and all that fun stuff as well. So yes, thank you. We appreciate the support, right, girl?
Absolutely.
100%. Go ahead.
I'm just blown away. Like, this was amazing. I think, you know, I told you I was going with no expectations or anything, but wow.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. And I think that you might be like, I've been doing this, like I had told you quickly, since like November. Thanksgiving was my first start of this. I'm going to be hitting a year in November, and I've probably done about almost 20 or 30 queens already. And it's always such a beautiful journey. And it's really nice because we get to see people in a vulnerable state. You know what I mean? So you mix the two
Yeah,
worlds together, and it's just a really beautiful connection.
absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This was scary. I hope scary good.
She means that for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. And thank you so much for the compliments. You're just like, can't take it anymore. You're like,
Oh, I really can't. I was not expecting all these feels. I love it. This was all positive, but Mama, you're just like, you pulled a lot out of me.
I did. I know.
Ah,
I told you it was going to, but you know what? You were so open, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for that. You were open. You had an open heart and open mind, and you were not guarded, and it allowed the information to flow through so clearly and so beautifully. And I really appreciate that. And thank you for doing that. It made the journey so much more inviting.
that's what that breath was at first when you were like, yes. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
I had, you know,
yeah, you were
I
centered.
was like,
You were getting ready.
I
But
wanted
I
to
don't
make
think
sure.
it prepared you. It did not
Yeah.
prepare you, though. It still was like you need more than one breath. You need like 3 breaths. Oh my God.
I will debrief after for sure.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go through like a psychic paralysis for a little bit. You'll be running through everything in your mind, and you'll be probably calling mom and calling your sister and talking. I know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, fam, I think we need like a family chat. I don't know how late it is there, but oh, it's not too late. It's
No,
10.
10 o'clock. It's early. It's a
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
Everyone's up
No,
Friday.
fam, let's do a group chat after this. We need to talk about this. This was, whew.
I know. I told you. It's enlightening and it's so much fun. Anyone who is interested in ever connecting with me or doing a reading, you have all my information. Follow me on Instagram, my link in bio,
Yes,
everything. I always appreciate the
follow.
support. And follow this amazing queen again, Eva Lasting. She's beautiful, so talented. Always appreciate beautiful queens that reach out and work with me. Love it, love it, love it. Any final questions? Any final questions? Any final notes before we depart for the night?
No, I think next, if Joe's still here, Joe, if you're on board, I think you should do your next Canadian queen should be Joe DeRay.
Oh, please reach out to me. I would love
Yeah,
to do
I'll
that.
maybe connect you two.
Yeah, yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, if he's not following me, please have him follow me, and then we can message and we can set something up for sure. Absolutely, I love that. I'm telling all my friends about you. Oh, thank you so much. Is that your sister Emily?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate it. What a sweet, loving energy. I love it. Oh, is that?
I knew Joe would be down. Yeah.
Oh, there's Joe. Yes, Joe, absolutely. So follow me, and then I'll message you, and we'll set something up for sure. Okay? I'm booking into July now for reading the Queen, so we're good.
Yes.
So much fun. Oh, thank you for being a part.
Amazing.
Great admiration for such a well done. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama Lasting. I love it. Thank you for doing this with me. It was such a pleasure. Thank you for being my first international queen. So much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much fun.
On my YouTube. All right. So I will have it up on my YouTube probably in 2 weeks. So if anyone wants to see the edited version, they could check it out on my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. I have my link in bio as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you.
Incredible. It really was.
I'm glad. I hope I brought some peace and solace to you and your family. Beautiful messages. Thank you so much for always joining, and I love it. And I'm going to say with that, good night, and a lot of love and light, and enjoy your Friday evening.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.